Hello and welcome to The Room, or rather my 100% walkthrough for The Room. This is a game that has been out on mobile devices for many, many years. This game franchise is absolutely incredible and I love it to death, and I've been wanting to make a 100% walkthrough for all the games for a while now, but I just never got around to it because there's been other games I wanted to play instead. But now with the recent release of The Room VR Dark Matter on virtual reality device, which I will also be playing, as you'll see on Friday, I also figured now is a better time than ever to go back through all the first three Room games, the original trilogy, and make 100% walkthroughs for those. So I'm not going to be doing the Room Old Sins because that's not available on PC, so it's not as easy for me to record it. But I will be giving walkthroughs for the Room 2, and the Room 3. And today we're starting off with The Room. So let's just click New Game and get straight into this. Okay, so I didn't really explain what this game's about. It's a puzzle game. It's kind of an escape room type puzzle game where there's a box, for the first game at least, there's a box in the center of the room. We gotta figure out what it's all about. So, for PC, controls are very simple. You just click and drag around with the mouse to look around. You can do a little bit of swipe like this to go all the way around, and that's it. You just click and drag around to look at different aspects or different angles of the box. And what we want to do is double click on the envelope that's on the top, as the tutorial says, and then click on the letter to slide it out. And then we can read it. You came. I knew your curiosity would get the better of you. Please excuse the mess. My housekeeper abandoned me shortly after the rest of the world. The answers you seek are inside this box, along with something else. Something they said could never be built. It is the only one in existence, and it is the key to incomprehensible power. This safe was constructed to keep it from the lesser minds. I have every faith in you solving its mysteries. You are always the smart one. With the enclosed key, I gift you one parting favor. Keep this eyepiece with you always. Without it, you are as blind as the rest. The stakes are higher than you could possibly imagine. Well, that's a nice little note. So now we're going to click this key right here, and it has now been added to our inventory, which you can see at the left-hand side of the screen right here. This is all the items that we have, which we can use, and right now it is limited only to this key. And what can we use this key for? Well, this right here. So as the arrow is indicating, you want to click on the lid of this container and then rotate it like so to line up the keyhole right here, and then drag the key into said keyhole and then turn it counterclockwise to open up the top, and then we can pick up the eyepiece. An inventory object found, a curious eyepiece. So let's put it on, see what it does. Well, it does absolutely nothing. Perhaps something's missing. What does the note say? Well, let's read it out. It says, if we double click on it, we can read it and say, "Feed me and I shall arrive. Give me drink, and I shall die." Well, it's a little bit of a riddle. Well, what do we know that if you feed it, it will arrive, and if you give it a drink, it will die? Well, the riddle, the solution must be here somewhere, indeed. So, if you want to back out of something that you've zoomed into, you can just right-click, like so. Now, the answer to this riddle is somewhere on the safe. So, what do you know that you can give something, you can feed it, and it will arrive, and if you give it a drink, it will die? Well, if you notice that there are four little squares at the bottom of the corners of the box. We have water, we have air, we have earth, and we have fire. If you feed a fire, it will grow stronger, but if you give it a drink, as in water, it will extinguish the flames. So, if we double click on this fire right here, fire, wood feeds it, water puts it out. I guess I should give it a push. Yep, click on the square, and we'll just look at that. We have a peculiar old key. There's something unusual about this key. You should take a closer look. And what is that unusual aspect, you may ask? Well, if we click on it, you can see that this end of the key can be rotated to fit different types of locks. So there's one type of lock that will be shaped like this, and another that will be shaped like this, and we can easily rotate it to match different types of keyholes. So now that we know that, we can go ahead and back up by clicking this arrow right here. And now what we want to do is we want to double click on this little slider on this side of the box, drag this little block of wood to the left, and then click on the key to orient it so that this shape right here, you'll see, matches this shape right here. So we're going for a little bit of a spiral pattern, so if we click in and rotate this spiral pattern so that it lines up with the front of the key, then we can put it in like so, and then rotate it clockwise to reveal an ornately engraved metal plate. The end looks like it could be used as a wrench. Indeed it could. So now what we want to do is back out of the zoom, go around to the back side of the safe, and double click on this little plaque right here, then drag this item that we found onto this screw right here, then screw it counterclockwise to loosen it up, And inside you can see a lens, which might fit in the eyepiece. So in that case, let's now, with the lens in the eyepiece, click on it to wear it. And now all of a sudden, we can see that this box contains many more mysteries than we could have ever imagined. And you can even see very briefly on the walls of the room even have some interesting little symbols waiting for us. But we can get invested in those for a later time. For now, what we want to do is go around to the front of the safe, double click on this slider right here, slide it to the left, then click in on the key and reorient the end of the key so that it looks like this, and then put it into the hole, turn it like so, to reveal a series of golden spirals. Now by themselves, they don't look too special, right? They seem to rotate, but there are no markings to show the correct position. I need to look elsewhere. We actually don't need to look elsewhere. We are looking at the exact correct thing we need to be looking at. But what we can do to help us see a little bit better is wear our eyepiece, because we know it reveals special symbols, so if we wear it, we can suddenly see that the gold spirals, or the gold circles, are concealing some symbols. So what we want to do is this top one right here, we want to rotate it so that these two bits right here are at the bottom, left and right of the image. Then you want to rotate this middle one so that these two ends line up like so. For this one, the middle one cannot be rotated. So what you want to do is you want to rotate it so that this right here lines up with the middle like so. And once you do that, you will have unlocked the mysteries of the first box of the game. So let's pull open the door to reveal yet another box waiting for us inside. Well, well, let's take it out for a closer look. Chapter complete. Pleasing progress, but do you really think you have proven yourself yet? Well, that was the first chapter of the game. Pretty simple, nothing too complicated yet, but I promise you the real complicated puzzles of the game have yet to come. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more The Room. Goodbye.